So I managed to collect multiple degrees over the years, and guess what? Half of those certificates, I don't know where it is. And you might want to think that I'm of the school of thought that education might be a scam, right? But here's the twist.
The problem with school is it don't teach you how to be successful. That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, dentist, you got to go to school. But if you want to be successful, what you're supposed to do? You have to develop the principles of success. School teaches you how to memorize stuff. We're going to test you on it, and you recall what you've read, and we're going to give you a grade on it. Okay, when you get that degree, how you become successful, though? They don't teach you success. You teach success by changing your mental process. The difference between successful people and non-successful people, it has nothing to do with anything except how you think.
There's three basic kinds of education. Academic, the other one is professional. So you go to school to learn reading and writing. It's very, very important. And then professional is when you become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. I'm not saying these are not important. I'm saying they're not enough today. You need more. And the third type of education is education that's called financial education. And I've never understood why our school systems don't teach us anything about money. Because rich or poor, smart or not so smart, we're all going to use money. And it's because our school systems don't teach us much about money. That's the reason so many people are having problems today financially.
In fact, I do not believe that education is a scam. And these are my reasons. Education gave me the edge that I used to run my business and my investment. That is, the ability to think bigger, analyze opportunities, and show up with confidence. Without it, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that is why, even though I do not currently use my certificate for anything, I'm still looking at pursuing my doctorate degree. That's how much I love education, guys, because of the edge it gives me. So here's what changed for me. I remember when I was wrapping up on my master's degrees, exactly 6 months to the end. For someone that had been doing business for quite a while, but I had to stop because of some other things, I was not comfortable continuing with the W-2 market. I just didn't see myself doing the 9 to 5 any longer again. That was not the life I wanted for myself. So I decided to pivot straight on into continuing what I was doing in the real estate business. And the decision for me was, do I really want to trade my time for dollar or just have something that gives me passive income? That is, I don't need to trade my time for it. That was the twist for me. That was the turning point. Yes, I got my certificate. I finished up with my master's, guys, regardless of the fact that I wanted to pivot. And I didn't just finish. I came out with a first class. And I didn't stop there. I don't know where it is. I don't know where the certificate is. But seriously, I decided I was going to move from that W-2 mindset to the investor mindset. I've seen series of videos or clips. Some people get to ask some other people, what book have you read? And most people always talk about Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, that is a rich boy called that. And some of them just read it for reading's sake. They do not even apply it to their life, because I know some of them. I know that. Because if they do, they would have started practicing it. That is, they would have become business owners or investors. But I don't know what they're reading it for. But for me, when I read it, which was like an eye-opener, it meant that I just needed to be on the other side of the quadrant because I was on this side. Literally, there are 4 different aspects of the quadrant. One is the employee aspect, which most of you are. If you earn in W-2, that is where you are. The second is the self-employed aspect. So some of you have businesses that you are the accountant, manager, cleaner, everything, name it. Only you are all. Or you just have few people handling few things, but it's just you and you and you. It's centered around you. That is not a business. That is self-employed. And the third one is business. This one has processes and structures. That is, it can outlive you. Without you, they can perform. Just like Apple. When Steve Jobs died, Apple even became bigger. So that is a business. And the fourth work, which is the investors aspect. That is what we are talking about. So I literally moved from those other two, employee and business owner, and I moved myself to the other side of the quadrant. That is what I'm talking about. One thing I'm not trying to communicate is that education is not a scam, but it gives you an edge, a competitive advantage for that matter. As a busy professional, professional, that is, if you are a lawyer, accountant, a doctor, nurse, whatever that is, you can literally chew gum and walk. That is, you can still be on the investor quadrant and still hold on to your W2. It's possible. That is, you're allowing your money work for you while you're still holding on to your W2. Whatever it is that you're making your W2, you're diverting it to investing. You can do that. But if you want to go my route, where I considered not continuing or doing a W2, I just went straight up to the business quadrant or the investors quadrant. It's easy. All you need to do is to take the skills that you already have in your profession, that is in your W2. Let's say, for example, you're a data analyst. That means you are analytic by nature, you're a doctor, you are a lawyer, wherever you are. All these skills are very useful for the multifamily investment. So with those type of skills, you can literally go full-time into becoming an active investor. Yes, like me. Or better yet, do both. I have colleagues of mine that are both limited partners and active partners, and they still own their W2. That is, they have their W2, they invest as a limited partner, and they also invest as an active partner. So you can literally do both. There's nothing that should limit you, because at the end of the day, all you want is something that will outlive you. All you want is consistent cash flow. All you want is financial freedom. All you want is generational wealth that you can pass on to your kids. And W2 will not take you there. So you need to start applying other strategies that will help you to create that generational wealth for you to transfer to your offsprings to come. So if you're looking at starting up on your journey, look no further. We currently have a deal, which is a town manor apartment. It's a 113 units. All you need to do is click on my description link below, and voila, it will take you to the deal itself. You have the ability to ask questions or book for a call and all that. In that way, you'll be able to start up on the journey from you switching from just becoming an employee to becoming an investor, even without you leaving your W2 job. Like I said, you can chew gum and walk. Now, are you ready to take the move? So here's my question to you. Where do you see yourself in the cash flow quadrant? And once you're sure about where you see yourself, is that the right place for you to be, or can it take you to financial freedom or generational wealth? If your answer is no, then chew gum and walk. Or better still, be like me, take my route. Thank you and have a wonderful day.